Greetings. How you guys doing today? Listen, please, I always like to remind you guys to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like what I'm saying or if you don't. I want to get this algorithm to start working in my favor, so please help a brother out. So today I want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes that men make when breaking up. So, breakups happens in relationship. That is common, and usually it is the woman who ends up breaking up with the man. However, there are those cases where the man break up with the woman, and normally when a man breaks up with the woman, he's pretty much had it up to here. He's pretty much done, tired. He probably tried all he can and it's not working out, because normally men are not the ones to walk out of relationships unless it's really not working in his favor. But one of the biggest mistakes that men make after breaking up with their girlfriend or wife or whatever is they still have sex. Fellas, that's giving mixed signals. Okay, if you did your best in a relationship and you're done, she's not the one for you, you don't think it can, that relationship can work out, that it can be fixed, that is part of relationships, that is part of the process, that is part of you getting to know yourself and knowing the things that you are willing to stand for and the things that you won't. And if you've given your all and you realize that the best solution to this is to just give up and move forward, it's sending mixed signals if you're still sleeping with that woman. And you should not do that, especially if you do not want to get back in a relationship with the woman. And sex happens to be a strong driving force for relationships, and a lot of people get together because of sex. The sex may be great, and that's probably why you're with somebody, and that's probably why you tolerate that person. And sex should never be the reason why you are dealing with someone. If it is just sex, then let her know. Just let her know you do not want to be in a committed relationship. You just want sex. And of course, a smart woman wouldn't want that. She don't want to give her body up to somebody where it's not necessarily going to serve her in the future. So, and if she's willing to do that, hey, to each his own, right? So do what makes you happy. However, guys, please, there's no point in wanting to break up with a woman and continue to sleep with her. I know you may have your moments where you wanna tap that, and she may not want that breakup. She may feel that that's the way to get back to you is by having sex with you. And you should do your best to avoid that. That definitely sends the wrong signals. That definitely will make her assume that there is something still there. And there may not be anything there. You may just start going through the motions of this breakup and entanglement of getting back together and breaking up again, going back and forth because of the sex. And that right there is the biggest problem and one of the biggest issues and biggest mistakes that men make when breaking up. Look, if she's not the right woman for you, don't sleep with her. Don't. I mean, I know it's hard. It may be extremely difficult not to. But this is where you have to practice having some self-discipline. Where you have to practice some self-control and not allow yourself to get entangled into sex. Oftentimes it's not worth it. Oftentimes you find yourself back and forth into a constant argument. You find yourself fighting all over again, because the issues, the problems, they weren't resolved. And if you cannot resolve your issues, if you can't move forward from your issues, if there is nothing that you can learn about yourself, in order for that relationship to actually grow and become something, then having sex is one of the worst things that you can do, because it will keep that woman in your life, the woman that you no longer want. It will keep her in your life. And by keeping her in your life, you're tying yourself to a connection, and possibly even creating the possibility of impregnating this woman. Now you're having sex with a woman you no longer want to be with, and you have this possibility of impregnating this woman that you no longer want to be with. It will further confuse things. It would force you to literally be stuck with the woman if she ends up getting pregnant. So this is one of those things that fellas, you need to be mindful of. Definitely, just stop. Practice some self-discipline. All right, practice not giving any of that energy into her. She may not, whether she deserves it or not is not the point. Whether she's the problem or you're the problem, because you just might be the problem here, right? You just might be the problem, and she's not willing to deal with you, but yet somehow she's still dealing with you, which shows that she has an issue as well, because she's dealing with somebody who no longer wants to deal with her. And if she's willing to open up her legs to a man who no longer wants to be with her, then she clearly have an issue, right? And you should be able to be smart enough to realize, look, I don't want to deal with you anymore. Yet you still want to open up your legs to me, even though I don't want to deal with you. You clearly have some problems. And that should be an indication or reason to know that you should not be sleeping with this woman. Period. If you told her you don't want to deal with her, yet she still want to give it up to you, that's a serious red flag right there. That is problems that you don't want to have. So my brothers, please do yourself this favor and don't get caught up in it. And I know it may be good. Her top game may be just wow, the best. And you probably never had it like that. Right? She just may be great at it. And it feels so good. Right? Keep in mind, some of these women are attracted to this toxic type of environment, to this toxic relationship. They love, the sex after fights and sex after arguments. Some are definitely attracted to that. Some women are literally attracted to men that aren't no good. And like I said, you might just be the dude that is no good. And if you know you're no good, right? And you're still dealing with a woman that is willing to deal with you after you told her you don't want to deal with her, yet you're the one that's no good, my brother. She's gonna make your life a living hell. All right. So if you break up and there is no actual work that is being put into improving yourself, or improving the relationship, and you feel that it's not worth saving, then fellas, keep it in your pants. No point in continuing a sexual relationship with a woman who wants more than a sexual relationship with you, yet you don't want that type of relationship with her. So do yourself a favor, do her a favor, and just end it, yo. Sex can definitely be a problem because it's so good. So put an end to it. Just your thoughts. Peace.